We're here in Midtown, New York with Billionaire, co-founder of John Paul Mitchell Systems and Patron Tequila, John Paul DeJoria.
Shall we have a little?
Oh, thank you. Already getting bribed. Thank
Cheers,
you.
my friend.
Cheers. Salute. You started 2 different billion-dollar brands,
yes,
from the hair care and shampoo world to the more fun, or maybe not, premium liquor business. So going back to the past, when you started John Paul Mitchell Systems in the early 1980s, very briefly living in your car, going door to door, and now here we are in a big salon in New York that is using your products. How do we get here?
Well, you get there through, one, believing in yourself. As you know so well, when we started, we had $700, made it day-to-day barely, but we believed what we did was the very, very best. And it goes on the premise, if you realize that you're going to run across a lot of rejection. I say this time in and time out. Be prepared for the rejection, no matter how bad it is. Don't let it overcome you or influence you. Keep on going towards what you want to do, no matter what. No matter whether your bills are paid, not paid, someone says no 1,000 times. Again, go back to be as enthusiastic on door number 100 as you were on door number 1. But believe in yourself. And it's really all about knowing you have a great service or a great product that'll put you in the reorder business. So you're never selling, you're trying to get it in someone's hands, whether it's a service or a product, knowing it's so darn good that they're going to want to order it again or tell a friend about it to order it. And that's the real secret there.
It is, but I feel like a lot of people in sales, no matter what you're doing, they get the door slammed and they keep on going over and over again, but they haven't built what you've built. Do you think it was, you said, is it because of the product first?
Yeah, it's a combination of, one, the product, but you could also have the best product in the world, but unless you tell people about it, get them to use it, it's just going to sit there. So it's a combination of a couple of things. One, that product was exceptional. Same with Patron Tequila's, Paul Mitchell or John Paul Pet. Exceptional product. But then one must do what those that maybe aren't quite as successful don't want to do, whatever it takes. Work 7 days a week from early morning till late at night. A lot of rejection comes your way, overcome that rejection, and know that what you have is so good, eventually you'll get through it. Eventually you'll get in the reorder business. And I think today people have to know that. They also have to know that today is not like yesterday. To go out yesterday or 5, 6 years ago and get a job, you have a job, you're paid so much money, you're only responsible for so much. That's antiquated thinking. That's what brings recessions back and forth and back and forth. You've got to think now that if you're one hiring people, give them 2 or 3 jobs, pay them a little more. But if things are tough, you'll never, ever have to lay them off. Never have to. And it creates a good America, a good middle-class America, where you look forward to doing better every single year, opposed to worrying about, are they going to get somebody for less money, or will I be laid off if the economy goes?
And speaking of people, what if I don't want a job? If I'm looking to start a company.
Sure.
So if I'm looking to launch my own liquor company, and I have lucky enough to, you're one of my mentors, let's say. What's the first thing you're going to tell me to do? Because you're a marketing master and a branding master. If I'm starting my own Bertoni tequila, which sounds scary, but anyway, what would be your advice to someone starting off in any business who's going to make a jump into entrepreneurship?
First thing would be, in your category, make it the best you possibly can. So when the end result is the consumer is tasting it, is it something they want to get again? That's number one. Second thing is, have a story or excitement behind it, which is true. We did that with Patron, for example. We had a tequila tasting test back in 1989 at Spago's restaurant, and we just won hands down. So there was some validity, not just from taste, but from what was going on. But in any product, let's say you want to start an envelope company, Steve, a tequila company, anything. You have to know yourself that it's the best you can do, and then you have to be willing to tell enough people until enough people say yes. Once they say yes, you have to put your personality into it. Go by and thank them. Make sure it's going well. A lot of people just shoot something out to get, can I get 1,000 customers? Where they have the first 50 or 100 and don't pay attention to them. You must pay attention to your first customers, unreal attention. It's easier to keep somebody than it is to try and get somebody new. And those person you're going to keep, those people that you're going to give the extra attention to, will be some of your best sources for recommendations because they like you and they'll tell somebody else.
And what are some of your tips? Like, how did you keep people, how did you keep customers? What were some of your techniques, and what are your techniques to make people that have you won over keep on coming back and feel special?
Excellent question. For starters, we know we have a darn good product, but if we take the time with ourselves and our staff to go in there and tell them all the ways to use it, and reassure them not as only a good product, but here's how you use it to create a good salon experience, or the consumer when you take it home to keep your hair the same in between visits. You fill a need in the marketplace. One, there's a need, of course, to buy a product or another product. But the next one is you must constantly remind them how to use it properly, which makes you a little different. Now, granted, maybe there's another one used the same way, but nobody told them. We're amazed at times when people are using some of our finest products and didn't know there's other ways to use it also. It's through education. You must constantly reinforce the education and why it's so good.
And I hate this word, but how important is having fun in the business? Because you started John Paul Mitchell Systems in LA in the 80s, hanging out in hair salons, which I can imagine the stories you have from the old days. And obviously the premium tequila business that just puts you in, exciting kind of like party mode kind of situations. How important is having fun with the business and the product?
Long-term entrepreneurship is liking what you do, who you do it with, and who you do it for. If you're not having fun, then you're only in business to make some money. I still work. I work every single day, but I love what I do, so I have fun. So it became a lifestyle. When you're working, it becomes work. It's not fun. When you're working, it becomes part of your lifestyle because you like it. It's fun. I look forward to calling on salons. I look forward to walking in some place and say, thank you for using Paul Mitchell. I look forward to walking into a cocktail lounge. Wow, thank you for having Patron on the menu. To people in the hip hop industry, thank you for singing about Patron. In the country and western industry, thank you for doing this. In other words, I like it so much that I appreciate so much also the people that like it too. It's a lifestyle and it's a good one. So if an entrepreneur can make a lifestyle that they like with the people they want to deal with part of their business, it'll be long term and it will prosper because you are having fun. Everyone wants to have fun.